Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Frenzy. John Michael Hoefling, Tyree Smith, here with you to break down highlights from around the UP. Tyree, finish this saying for me real quick.
All right.
Saturdays are for
the boys.
Yep, that is how it goes. But this frenzy is going to be for the girls.
Yes.
We got 6 highlights for you guys, all of them showcasing the ladies. All of them great contests, but only one could be our featured game of the week. And that game was Negaunee at Westwood, a battle of premier Upper Peninsula teams, rivalry game, and it was as good as prophesized. That's a little hint of what's to come. Let's get into it. Battle of top fives, number 2 versus number 5 as Westwood hosting Negaunee. Corcoran's Patriot crew ready to do battle with arguably their toughest opponent since that early game with Menominee. Starting this one off in the 4th quarter, Westwood up 9, Miners looking for the comeback, making a valiant effort. When in doubt, Negaunee turns to Chloe Norman, trying to lead her team to the promised land right through the Westwood defense for a pair. Negaunee down just 7. Moments later, Negaunee looking to get within 5, moving the ball around the perimeter, finds its way to Brienne Giotto with a little patience that allows Alyssa Hill to get good positioning. One little quick turn, and she's got clear skies. They're within 5. Westwood wasn't going to let that comeback come to fruition, though. Natalie Prophet, who'd been so good all night in the 2nd quarter, she had a run that almost put this game out of reach for Negaunee in the 1st half. Here in the 4th, triple, got it. And that's 3-4, number 3-4, Natalie Prophet. She'd finished with 16, tied for the team lead. You could hear the Negaunee fans quiet down after that. Very little time left, praying for shots to drop. Larissa Anderson's 3, no good. 30 seconds later, Anderson, once again, that layup doesn't fall for her. Miners gave Patriots a good front run, but Westwood would come out on top, 45-35. Here's what one of the stars of the game had to say about the big win.
Struggled last game, and I knew I needed to step it up this game. And we weren't hitting many shots, so I figured, well, why not step up? And once one fell, I got the confidence to just shoot and make more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Natalie's another big option. She was 3 for 4 from behind the arc. She goes inside. She's got hang time. She's tough to guard, and she plays defense against posts, against guards, against anybody really. So yeah, she's the complete package.
Man, that was a good game, But here we got some scores for you. Manistee and Ishpeming. It was a battle, but Manistee, they came out on top in this one, 81-41, the final.
As I always say, the Emerald shining bright. Meanwhile, up in Calumet, the Copper Queens couldn't get it done against the Gwynn Model Towners. Of course, Gwynn, they have been very tough all year. That girls team playing phenomenally this season. They actually face Westwood on this next Tuesday. Gwynn coming off the win. It's going to be a good one there. 71-67 the final in that one.
Gotta love it, gotta love it. And then we have Ironwood, South Shore. Ironwood came out on top in this one, a good game, 61-51, the final in that one.
And in Hancock, the Bulldogs got a little bark and a little bite, showing it against the Mountaineers, winning by 12, 39-27.
Gotta love it, Hancock, really good team. And then you got Baraga and Jeffers, but Baraga, they've been pretty good this season.
Very good.
Exactly, and they got the dub in this one, 59-42, the final.
And in the battle of the hyphenated teams, Lake Linden Hubble couldn't get it done against Wakefield Marinesco. The Lakes were just flooded out of this one, 35-45, the final in that.
I know you've been waiting to say that one.
A long time.
Now we got more highlights. The band was loud tonight as Kingsford hosted the undefeated Menominee Maroons. First quarter, Kingsford's up 2, but that wouldn't last long. 6-2. Emma Anderson gets the pass, gets a nice easy shot to go. She would have a big night, folks. Still in the first, Kingsford with the ball, and Katie Cooks is gonna get the pass and the jumper for 2. Menominee, they kind of struggled early on, but that only helped the Flivvers as Brooke Kegel, she's gonna get in position for a major 3-pointer from that wing. But like I said, folks, Emily Anderson had a really good night. She's gonna go ahead and get the pass the defense, easy score for her. She would lead all scorers tonight with 21 points. Second quarter, Maroons up 1, but like I said, Emma Anderson's good, but that's why they have other people on the team. Jenna Nolt hits the 3-pointer cleaner than my dinner plate at Auntie's 4-point lead Menominee. But next possession later, Menominee still doing things. Anderson gets a nice shot, and this is going to be stolen later on. Oh my goodness, Aaron Barrett, nice move, gets past the defender. They will go on to win this game, 56-26, the final in that one.
Big win for them, 30-pointer. Broncos, Eskymos, Esky feeling good, giving themselves a little wave before the game. Let's give a little shout out to our photographer, Melissa. She always does great stuff for us. I just want to thank her real quick.
Definitely.
Into the game early on, Esky on the offensive, but after the steal, it's turning into defense. Kara Zawacki with the lead pass to Sierra Debelek. And the Broncos get the first points of the game, 2-0. However, ESCANABA They've had a tough start to the season, just above 500, and they were fighting back hard in this one. Early miss, cleaned up right there by Taylor Ray, right underneath the basket. She gets the reverse to fall, and the Eskimos were pulling the old reverse, and the Broncos stealing that lead away. Broncos trying to get back on their high horse, pun intended. Allison Richard to Debelek, and there we go, patiently waiting for McKenna Lockwood to find some space. She gets the 2. Broncos gave ESKANABA a run for their money, but in the end, the Moes just had a little Mo in the tank. Nicole Kameen with the triple right there. Great shot from her. Esky goes on the win, 57-49 over Bark River.
I love your analogies, man. They're great. And we're going to check out more scores right here. Ontonaga and Bessemer, it was a good battle first, but in the end, Ontonaga, they got the win in this one, 54-20, the final in that game.
Enjoying that one right there. Taking a look at some other scores from around the UP. Lance at Ewan Trout Creek. The Purple Hornets battled, but it was the home team that would come out victorious, 58-46, 12-point dub there over the Purple Hornets.
And the Jets, they were over in Crystal Falls and would watch the Trojans fall as North Central gets the win, 44-43. Mercedes Simmons had a great night for the Trojans. 18 points and 13 rebounds for her. Great night despite the loss.
Yeah, that's tough to see that kind of stuff happen. And a battle of the Norse as Norway was hosting North Dickinson. The Knights weren't at their best, couldn't defend their castle against the Nordics. North Dickinson gets the dub, 53-26.
And in Stevenson, the Eagles were soaring high over the Cougars, as it what happens in the nature as well. 59-50 in the final in now. Municipal Mustangs, they went down to Rapid River to take on the Rockets. Both teams trying to snap a losing streak. We're going to go ahead and pick it up early on in this one. A really good game, folks. Pillion, there we go. Fine center, Natalie Blager, down low, easy 2. And at the end, Munising, Alyssa Kill dribbles down low for a layup, but it gets blocked right away by open teammate. But eventually, Crystal Murdoch gets that bucket. Then Taylor Bean puts on the brakes and finds Megan Madsen at the top of the arc. And yes, she is very good, folks. She's not the only one who could drive, though. Rockets Kristen Gertz decides she's going to take it to the basket, takes it all the way in for a layup shortly after that. Gertz hands, there we go, we're going to get to it, there we go. Hands the ball off to Pellion, who drains the deep ball. Rapid River will go on to win this one, 42-39, and they move to 5-5 on the season.
And the Rockets really blasting off on that one, as they need to, man. It was tough, 3-point win.
It was.
Over in Engadine, close battle between them and Cedarville, but Cedarville was ready to play the role of road warrior as they come out victorious, 62-59.
And in Newberry, the Blue Devils continue their strong start to the season. Still only one loss on the year for them. Sault Ste. Marie grabs the win, 70-20. 73-20, my mistake, the final.
It's all right. We all make them. From one dominant girls team to another, St. Ignace dominates once again, as they've done for years and years now. Saints defeat Sheboygan 62-25. More highlights for you. Over the hills and through the woods, right to Republic Michigamme is where we're going for the next game. Blue Bolts. Hawks, bound to be a good one. Starting off in the fourth quarter, the home team Hawks were down just 9. With 8 minutes to go, they got a lot of chances, but couldn't get enough of them to fall right there and right here. Allie Radcliffe, she's going to miss the deep shot, but the Hawks, they would get their own rebound, but they can't bury the second chance opportunity. And if you want to win games, you got to make teams pay for their mistakes. And Republic Michigamme just wasn't doing that down the stretch. Still down 9, Taylon Raisin, and misses the lay-in. She gets her own rebound. No dice, just couldn't seem to mount any sort of comeback. Here's another miss by Radcliffe, just a tough night for them shooting in the fourth quarter. The Hawks were able to grab some points in the final frame, though. Eventually, great feed inside off the double team by Alexa Radcliffe. That's going to lead to an easy bucket, but at that point, too little, too late. This three-pointer right here by Lexi Turner and a couple of free throws was all the Blue Bolts needed to hold off Republic Michigamme. 43-32, the final. Dollar Bay wins.
Dollars, baby. CARNEY-NADEAU Wolves. We're on the road taking on MID-PENINSULA Wolverines. We're going to go ahead and pick it up in the third. Mid-Penn, Kennedy, England gets it at the top of the arc and makes a little move, drives it in for the basket. Textbook play. A little later, Carly Prater gets caught in the corner as she kicks it to Landry Koski, who's going to hit the three-pointer. The Wolves would answer, though. Sandra Bolton is going to go ahead in the corner and makes an amazing pass down low to Haley Ernest, who makes a little move.
Nice little swing.
Exactly. Banks that in. But then on the other end, Shevry Koski, she's going to pass to Prater, who's wide open, drains the shot from behind the arc. CARNEY-NADEAU up, but not much. Giselle Laurel is going to get the ball at the top of the arc, makes a little move, and drives it to the basket for 2 right there. Now we're going to move into late in the game. Wolves, Zoe Purdue. Breaks up a pass and is going to take it all the way down to an easy bucket. And CARNEY-NADEAU would win this one 52-44, the final in that one.
And CARNEY-NADEAU now 8-3 on the season. Taking a look at boys scores. Traverse City Central getting the edge over Marquette, 65-55. Ty Lauderman had 20 in the loss.
And then we have Brimley Sault Ste. Marie, 58-43, the final. Sault Ste. Marie wins.
More boys scores, taking a look at it. Maplewood Baptist handing Hannahville a 24-point loss, 64-40.